Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today, I want to talk about we'll talk about this past week, past 7, 10 days, and the trend of the market seemingly going down. And I've had several text messages. Even some people are like worried, like, are we in a market crash? Well, currently, right now, we can't say we're in a market crash. Okay, and I know a lot of people probably thinking that because there are a ton of market crash videos. Myself, I actually just filmed a video to kind of give tips on what to do to prepare for a market crash, kind of some things to consider. But no, this is not necessarily a market crash. You just have a lot of red going on that you can see on the screen. If you're someone that's been doing any type of trade, like these first four stocks right here underneath this most active volume have been, big trades. It's funny, AMC is actually up in the middle of all this, which is hilarious. But a lot of times people, have gotten, especially now, people have gotten really tied into day to day and the markets and checking the markets every single day. So a lot of people are looking to see like what's going on, and some people have a little bit of fear and things like that. Now, the crazy thing about the stock market is you can't ever really say the amount of money you made until you've actually sold a stock. So you can see you made some money, but that money will fluctuate. It will go up and down. But once you actually make a sale is when you actually lock in like money or profit. So a lot of times you see these things go up and down. Typically, the market does that. And, I don't know if you guys ever been in a market crash like I have, like back during the recession. I started investing right before. Yeah, this is not anything close to it, but like what happens is you have this time, and then if you have your alerts on your phone with different stocks like I do, then all you're seeing is such and such has reached an all-time low, or such and such it's down 5% or down this percent. Like CCIV is crazy how this has went down, which leads to me believe that this was kind of like strategic. In my CCIV video, I talked about how I thought the way that they were doing the news was somewhat strategic, and this is just proof that it was strategic. Like, either it goes all up even more or down, because it's interesting that people get the news that they've been waiting for, and then all of a sudden the company just drops like a rock. That's funny. That's not normal. Well, typically it just indicates, and to my opinion, that there's a lot of big money that pulled up. They played the news, and anyone that's been in CCIV for a while, so like just for a quick example, so a lot of people got in CCIV before it was even $20. Everybody's been speculating like this is gonna be big, it's gonna be huge. So if you're a big corp and you put in, you can be a hedge fund, whoever, and you're betting against it going up with an option, or you put money in at that level, and you're like, yo, it'll be great if it reached ever $50 or $60. Man, we triple, quadruple our investment. They don't have, a lot of times they don't have a care about the company. They just want to make money. So depending on how much money they put in, which you can actually, Google that stuff and see top companies investing in companies like that, and you'll see how much money has been put in. So imagine if that money doubles, triples, quadruples. So just take a look at some of the companies I was just checking out and pelling around. I mean, look at my most favorite company, Tesla. Well, I won't say it's my most favorite, but one of my favorite companies, based off of, what I believe it will do in the future. But look at it. It's down a lot. Down a lot. Closed yesterday at 714. That's crazy, isn't it? So, however, it's crazy. I'm not upset. I'm excited. But let's take a look at the market real quick. A quick look at the market and see what's going on. Well, the S&P is down like about 1%. Dow's down about 1%. NASDAQ down. Russell, crude oil. Y'all don't need to pay attention to these ones, do it. Y'all just pay attention to Dow, I bet, right? I mean, you can see here even some of the different stocks I was just searching earlier. Like, you can see that most of them are red. Visa's up. Hey, go Visa. But let's just take a quick look. Let's use Dow as an example. And this is just for, some of you already know this, but this is for like the new investors that typically sometimes they get a little worried because of the news and the way the news is painted to, in a sense, kind of, create fear So if a market is going down like this and creates more fear, people tend to sell. Listen, look, listen. When fear is pumped into a day, a moment, a week, a month, whatever, people take their money and they run because most people panic sell. They're afraid, they don't understand. When you're trading, it's another thing. A lot of a lot of their money will be triggered if they have different things like stop loss and trailing stops on it. Like one of my trades I had, it triggered that stop loss or trailing stop I had on it, which is fine. But that takes money out of the market just like that. As well as then you have some big companies that know how to play the market. So here's one of the ways that I guess a lot of people may not understand this, but the media loves to always pump fear. Now, people literally are asking, are we in a stock market crash? This is what people have been asking for the last, few days. And I'm like, no, it's not a crash. Like a crash, trust me, you'll know the difference. And, if it's a downturn, downward trend, whatever, so many different things that affect this, then yeah, you can tell. But a crash has a lot more intensity and a lot more, longevity as far as time. So, but right now we can only classify this as something that's being down. Well, I think it's the start of a crash. Well, I mean, we don't know, but let's just take a look at the market for the most part. So here I am on Yahoo, and I'm zoomed out to 3 months. Let's go back to a day. What most of y'all are looking at right now. Oh my gosh, the market's down. Look how crazy that is. That's what most of you guys are looking at. Well, let's go back 5 days. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this roller coaster, right? Just up and down, up and down. Well, let's zoom out just a month. The markets are higher than where it was a month ago, right? Let's zoom out 3 months. All right. Let's zoom out 6 months. Yikes. Still very high. The market has been a little bit higher than normal during this pandemic. But, in my video that I have coming, I kind of talk about it a little bit more, but, that's like a whole another conversation. There's so many different things going on in the economy. But let's look at year to date. So a year ago, where were we? A year ago, we were here, right? It won't let me get to there, but this is a year ago. So basically, we were not that far behind, but this is where we were a year ago. All right, let's go to a full year. You can see the changes, the difference. This is basically when the start of the pandemic started to happen. Let's go out 2 years. All right. Let's go out 5 years. So when you zoom out, it doesn't look as though as you thought, right? Let's go out even further. Let's go out even further. Let's go out further. Let's go to 2005, back when I started investing. Look at where the market was. It was so astonishing when the market was hitting, or Dow was hitting like 10,000. Like you were like, oh my gosh, the market's up so high, right? That's what everybody, how they felt, right? And the markets started to climb up, go down, climb up, go down. We got all the way up. And then for a couple years, it just drops all the way down. Like you can see the cliffs right here. Like this is just a ledge, right? It just drops all the way down. Like it gets low, like $5,000, $6,000. Like you see that's bonkers. But then it runs all the way up. You come to here again, people are like, oh, what's happening? Oh, okay. Oh, what's happening? Everybody worried. We run all the way up, fall down, fall. Oh, my goodness, what's happening? Here we go again. Oh, and this is the pandemic. Oh, up. It's coming down. Like, listen, guys, all of that emotion in the market will get you hurt. You have to learn to be a sound investor. When you're trading, you have to have a different strategy when the markets are, moving like this. There are so many different things you can do, but when you're investing, your goal is long term. So what does long term mean? Long term means that you are investing for the long haul. Emotionally, you cannot be affected by days or weeks like this. You can't let that stuff plague your mind. That's how people get out of investments and stuff like that. Man, listen, let me tell y'all something. Like people do this stuff all the time because they're listening to, the wrong people. And sometimes people will tell them like, hey, you need to be careful. You need to be right. So here's Tesla. Now I remember hearing about Tesla and nobody cared about Tesla back then when I first started investing. But you can see how cheap it was, right? Tesla has ran all the way up. And you see this, how crazy it is. Now the price is a little bit different because it's accounting for the split that happened, last year. So, but let's see if we can go out 5 years. Let's just take a look at 5 years. Well, that still doesn't help because it's went up so much. Let's go 2 years. But a lot of people went on the roller coasters, and you've probably heard stories of top investors and just like how they sold out of fear because of listening to the media and these people who don't really understand the concept of, or don't even really know the future, especially a lot of these people who are a little bit older, like for some reason, they don't understand social media. These analysts, they don't understand, it's so interesting. But basically what happens is people will sell out of fear, and they sell and they regret it. And people have sold in areas like this where it was low. People have sold here out of fear, and then they see it go all the way up, right? Because a lot of times emotions will crush you in the market. It will also crush you in just about anything. In business, you can't make a wise decision if you're not sober minded. You have to, check your emotions. And if you're too emotional, then maybe investing in funds and ETFs and index funds and just investing in simple plays, maybe using M1 Finance, for example, where you just put your money in, stuff like that. You don't have to watch stuff or whatever. That might be best for you at this time until you get your emotions checked, or just learn to just kind of chill, take a look. Don't get caught up in the minute sometimes, because that can make you feel like things are really, really going to be bad, versus for those that understand investing or understand, like, for example, like this, seeing Tesla at a price like this, it is so exciting. Why? Because that means you can buy into this company at a cheaper price than what it was, right? Like from here, you can get into the stock at 883 or get into the stock at 670. Well, which one would you prefer? If you know that company has a very long future, and that this is just a drop in the bucket. This is just a drop in the bucket for what can happen for this company. It's pretty obvious. So we're living in a time where, because of technology and information, we're in a really good time where we can really succeed. So I just wanted to make this quick video for you guys to not be fearing, what's happening, and checking out. Like, this was just hilarious last night. Like, well, not hilarious, but interesting. Like CCIV just drop off like that. Listen, it's crazy. Like I said, you can actually check out and see who their top investors are and things like that. I don't know if I can see it on here. Let's see. You can see some of their major holders here or whatnot. So, but I was looking to see, like, you could see like the day-to-day sales of what companies have done. For example, like, so if you see companies down here, like, and how much they bought, for example, top mutual fund holders, top institution holders. I mean, this is just on Yahoo. There's more detailed stuff, but you can see here, for example, these companies that have like how many shares they've bought, right? Listen, look, 7 million shares back in December. Like, look at all these. So look at Blackstone. Like, look at y'all favorite people, Citadel. Look at them. Now, I'm sure they probably sold. They ain't, never mind. Let me get out of that. But basically, like, listen, some of these companies, more than likely, they took profit. So let's see. Let's just say, for example, $74 million, right? This quadruples, or because more than likely back in December, I think it was around like $10 or something like that. I can't remember. Let me look real quick. Let's go 3 months out. Yep, $10. That's normally what the SPACs are, around there. So here's what you're seeing. Y'all might learn something today from this. Understand that all these transactions or the dates they were reported, so that means the transaction happened before. Understand that, look at all the companies that bought in before. And you didn't even know anything about Churchill Capital. You didn't know anything about it. And look how all the way back in October, and you knew nothing about it, right? Most of you didn't know anything about it back in December. But look at how all these things were reported. So of course they probably didn't do it on the same day, but they have access to more information that we do. And I'm just using Yahoo. There's ways to get more information about this stuff. Just Googling it, like Churchill Capital, top investors, tons of sites. It's tracked, it's legal. That's why they put it out there. It has to be public. So just imagine you bought, and obviously you can see the difference. At $10, basically, $74 million. $74 million. CCIV got up to $60. That means that is a 600% return. Basically, that means that, now multiply 74 times 6. Right? That's like around what, maybe, I don't know, 400, 500, 600 million, 500 million. Right? I mean, not 500 million, right? So if you made that type of profit and you seen it hit $60, what are you probably going to do? You're probably going to take some of your money out. And I'm certainly, every last one of these on this list probably did. Well, maybe not the mutual funds. I don't know. They probably did sold some too, but I'm sure all these had to take some money out. That's just what it is. That's why it dropped off like a rock, because it just doesn't make any sense when everybody's been waiting for it. And I think it might also have to do with everything that happened with GameStop. Like, we're going to teach people a lesson type of thing. I don't know. Not a conspiracy, but this is just how the markets work sometimes. Does that mean that there's something wrong with Churchill Capital, for example? No. Does that mean that Churchill Capital and what they're looking to do, they're not Churchill, but Lucid Motors, like, does that mean that they're not going to produce stuff like that? No, that's not what it means. It's just people taking profits off of it. The company still has good possibilities, just like a lot of electric companies do. And there's no difference. But it's interesting, as soon as the deal confirms, it drops like a rock. I'm telling you, because people who have more money have more access to information before you get it. And so they pulled the trigger. And trust me, like a lot of them people, they're not going to tell you. But a lot of these people know each other and they talk. And these are just a few companies. There's many more holders than that. But they all talk and they all trade secrets. They all have trade communications and stuff like, just like we do on YouTube, Reddit, Discord, anything. But I'm just showing you guys, for example, like, don't fear. Just understand that this is a time where you may be able to see some of your most favorite companies and you may be able to buy some. It's the time where you maybe can buy some of your most favorite companies, because they're at a discount, So like, I'm just searching some of the companies that I personally own and just seeing how they're doing while I got y'all here. BAC up. I have several, but in my portfolios, but but that's basically, just what it is. Nothing to fear, nothing to be upset about, nothing to run and make the mistake. If you have a company that you really believe in and you have a little cash on the side, and you invested long term, we're not talking about trading, then you can consider maybe, putting some money in today, right? You get a discount, because once things retract, go back, whether we're in a crash or not, when things come back, your money is more powerful. So anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys on the next video. Be sure to like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments. I'll talk to you guys later. Hey, feel free to catch me on Instagram, send a message, whatever the case is. Check out the links below. Understand that this is just pure entertainment. I am not a financial advisor. But anyways, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Happy investing. Love you guys. Peace.